What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with Tech Daily. So I generally like where I live. It's a high-rise condo with dozens of windows and two great big balconies, but my space is really susceptible to poor air quality. I'm directly next to a major highway. There's been nonstop construction for years now. Las Vegas has also somehow become one of the windiest cities in the country. All this, the car pollution, the dirt, the dust, and who knows what else, tends to get blown into my condo. I see it, I feel it. There's a noticeable amount of allergens and irritants, and frankly, smells too. And if I decide to cook, there's gas, there's smoke, there's a lot that's going through the air. And cleaning only gets me so far. It's a good first level of defense, but I really needed something that actually purifies the air. And that's where this comes in. This is the new Dreamy AirPursue PM20. And shout out to Dreamy for sending this over and sponsoring this video, because this thing has really made a big difference. So what the heck is it? Well, this is the world's first smart dual flow air purifier and the world's first AI-powered tracking air purifier. Rather than simply pushing the air in one direction, the PM20 supports dual airflow, upwards and forwards, which means more purified air in a bigger space and faster. But it doesn't just purify the air, it can also heat and cool, providing maximum comfort in any season and adding some additional functionality. With some AI assistance, the PM20 can also track your movements in real time, prompting it to automatically power on and adjust the airflow to wherever you are in the room, whether you're just passing by or sitting in a different spot. That's Dreamy's EnviroDetect technology at work. If this sounds like exactly what you need in your home, I'll leave a link to Dreamy's website down below in the video description so you can learn a little more about the PM20 or pick one up for yourself. And Dreamy is running a launch promotion right now, so you can save a bit of money too. Hidden within the PM20 is a 4-layer filtration system that ensures comprehensive and thorough air purification, eliminating 99.99% of pollutants, odors, bacteria, and viruses. The first line of defense is its outer housing that blocks big debris, like hair, and helps extend the lifespan of the inner filters. Next is its high-efficiency composite filter to tackle allergens and dust down to 0.3 microns. Layer number 3 is a carbon layer, which absorbs harmful volatile gases. And its last layer is a formaldehyde catafilter. Altogether, the PM20 has enough lines of defense to tackle 14 different air pollutants, like dust mites, fur, and pollen, and remove 9 different types of bacteria and viruses from the air, including strains of influenza, along with some gases and other potent and harmful odors. You can control the PM20 two different ways. Either via its little included remote, which attaches magnetically to the front there, or through the Dreamy app, the same one that supports Dreamy's robot vacuums and other home products. The PM20 itself has a small LCD screen with auto brightness, so you can see your air stats at a glance and also flip through some of the other menus and options. Whether you use the remote or the app, you'll have full control to adjust the airspeed, the temperature, its modes, and its oscillation. The 3 different modes are Auto, which utilizes the EnviroDetect features I mentioned earlier to turn on the air purifier when it detects movement or poor air quality. There's Comfort mode, which keeps the PM20 ultra quiet. I can barely hear it myself. And Pet mode, which, well, I don't have any pets, but I can imagine how much better a person's house might smell with this if they did have a dog or a cat running around. Also, if you want to go hands-free, the PM20 has built-in voice controls. So once you're familiar with its modes and functions, you don't even need to mess with the app or remote if you don't want to. You can set the PM20 to oscillate back and forth at varying degrees of rotation, or again, have it automatically follow your movement, which is a pretty cool feature, honestly. And as it's doing its thing, you'll be able to see 7 different air quality measurements in real time to show you when the air around you might be a little more polluted or a lot less polluted, thanks to the PM20. You'll see data for 1 micron particles, 2.5 and 10 microns, formaldehyde readings, volatile organic compounds, the room temperature, and the humidity level. And you can compare your indoor air with your city's current outside air, which can be super useful on super polluted days. What's especially useful to me is the fact that the PM20 is powerful enough to purify the air in as much as 7,500 square feet of space. Now, I obviously obviously don't live in a space that big. I'm living in about 2,100 square feet, but in 20 minutes or less, the PM20 is able to purify my entire space with ease. Granted, it is a pretty big-sized air purifier, so I'd expect it to be able to tackle large homes. And I know it kind of looks like Eve from WALL-E, but the modern, unique design is a little better in my opinion than those old-school AC-looking things. Of course, the main question I'm sure you're asking is whether or not I've noticed a difference in my air. And the answer to that is a resounding yes. My condo smells fresher. I'm starting to see some of the dust and dirt that gets collected in the filters there and not see it sprinkled all over my house. I feel like you just get used to the odors in your home. You get used to things getting dusty. But with the PM20, you can actually do something about all that. Good clean air should also just be a health priority nowadays, especially in your own home. So for me, the Dreamy AirPursue PM20 is a keeper and a must-have for my space now. Like I said, if you're interested in learning more about the PM20, click the links in the video description below. I think at a bare minimum, it's a good idea to at least consider an air purifier for your own home. I was surprised at just how much of a difference it's made in the few weeks I've had mine. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, or at least found it a little helpful. Let me know what you think of the Dreamy PM20 in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, of course. Be sure to follow Tech Daily on Twitter and subscribe to the Tech Daily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.